Welcome back to Shougai Shinro, Season 31. Back indoors here for these Origins style courses. And back is Evan here once again after achieving total victory last season. The quest for total victory number 7 is underway. Here we go again. Evan in his 30th appearance all time. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. Here we go. Season 31 is underway. And here is stage 1, a 55-second time limit for this course. We will start off with the balance beams running across those two black bars to the other side. And obstacle number 2 will be the spinning bridge, stepping on that little white tube and then over the two balls there to get to the other side. For obstacle 3, the jump hang kai, must run and jump from that little mat there and grab onto the pull-up bar and cross to the other side onto that stool to clear that obstacle. Obstacle 4, the weight walk, just balancing across those weights. And then obstacle 5, the spider catch, jumping and grabbing onto those pegs and then making a reverse dismount onto those circular weights there. Then the balance beams once again to clear. 55-second time limit for this course. Welcome back. Shougai Shinro Season 31. We're here. You probably weren't expecting this to be back so soon. I was not either, but here we are. Season 31 right here, right now. We're back inside. First time since season 25. We're going to see how this goes. Stage 1 here looks pretty interesting. Not really sure yet. The second obstacle looks tough. This sort of spider flippy obstacle thing, that looks kind of tough. So we'll see how I do. 55-second time limit. Just got to try my best here. So let's get right to it. Let's get to stage 1. Here we go. We're back. And here we go. Evan getting ready to take on stage 1 here. Shougai Shinro Season 31. We are back. And Evan taking on the course for the first time since his total victory in Season 30. Let's see how he does with a little change of scenery here, going back indoors for this tournament. And 55 seconds on the clock, and Evan is off on the first stage, starting with the balance beams. Makes it look fairly easy there. Now the spinning bridge, this one is pretty tough. And he's got one foot on and kind of rolls that tube forward now to make this transition onto the first ball here easier. Gets 1 foot on, 2 feet on. Oh, he slips, but he just barely makes it. And leaps right into the jump hang kai. What a close save there that was, but Evan is through. But onto the spider catch here, 20 seconds left. Kind of a tricky grab, but he makes it. And now this tough dismount, but he balances himself in 10 seconds to go. Just one obstacle left, the balance beams. And he crosses over and stops the clock and clears with 4 seconds left. Evan, in his first time back since his last total victory, he defeats stage 1. Had a few close calls there, but was able to make it through. What a good run that was. Just took his time, played it safe, and made it through. Most of these obstacles look fairly easy, except for this spinning bridge here. He struggled quite a bit with it on the end there. At the end, he lost his balance, and as you can see, he just makes it over the line. And was able to clear that obstacle through the jump hang kai, no problem, and then through the rest of the stage without much trouble. Evan going back to stage 2. He's had a lot of trouble on stage 2 indoors here, so we'll see what happens, but that's one stage down. Now we get ready for the next. Stage 1 clear. Barely. Oh, man, that was an intense. That second obstacle almost got me. Almost failed that, but got through it, and we're going to stage 2. I'll see you guys there.
And here is stage 2. We got a minute 25-second time limit for this course. Very similar to Shougai Shinro Origins stage 2, starting off with the bridge slider, getting on top of those bars and making a bridge all the way across the carpet there, going right to the pull-up bar for the ledge transfer here. You will get onto the bar and then drop down onto those cliffhanger ledges on opposite sides of the board there, and swing right into the balance tank, crossing over until he gets to the final obstacle, the sky pegs. He has to cross the pegboard, but he can use his feet on the wall. Has to get them both in the last 2 slots before dismounting onto those weights and running back to stop the clock to clear. Minute 25 to do it. Should be a good course.
Well, everyone, here we are, stage 2, minute 25-second time limit. The stage 2 is pretty similar to how the Shougai Shinro Origins stage 2 had been. First obstacle is the same. Second obstacle is just, instead of reaching down to a pipe, I'm reaching down to a cliffhanger ledge. So I'm going to be a little different. Trying to do that, and obviously hanging low, got to keep my feet up, and then transfer right to the balance tank, which I failed there before. I think this transition to the balance tank should be a little easier, but obviously can't overlook anything. And then kind of the pegboard skywalk thing, and the cross over the pegboard while being able to use my feet. Not too worried about that, but just worried about the time at that point. I think the first obstacle is really key to set the tone here. If I could go quick on the first obstacle, that'll give me time to focus on all the other ones. So that's kind of the game plan, but it's been a long time since I've done that obstacle, so we're just gonna wait and see, and I'm gonna give it my best here today. So let's do this. Stage 2.
And here we go, stage 2. Evan has struggled a lot in the past on stage 2 on these indoor courses. Failed them, I believe, 3 different times in his 5 attempts he's had down here. So let's see how he does this time. 85 seconds on the clock, and he is off onto the bridge slider. This can be a real big time waster if he's not careful with it, but moving pretty good so far. But the first time he ever did this obstacle took him about 45 seconds to complete, and he's through it and going to the bar in about 25 seconds. Now onto the cliffhanger ledges. Has to flip around there and keep his feet up. Does not want to hit the ground accidentally. And he's got it. And now to the balance tank. And he's made it onto the tank. And now starting to move slowly. And just playing it safe here. But he's over halfway through and reaches the pegs. Plenty of time left, but he's got to be careful here. Crossing the pegboard. And just a few more moves left. And the last set. He's got it now to drop off. And he's got it. He's through all the obstacles. And with plenty of time to spare, Evan is going to clear stage 2 with about 17 or 18 seconds left. Put together just a flawless run there. Made all the obstacles look easy. And did it with plenty of time left on the clock. That was just a solid stage 2 run all around for Evan on that one. You see a bridge slider, did it very quick, no time wasted there, and right onto the bar there, dropping down to those cliffhanger ledges. Can be a little tricky, but made it look like nothing. Balance tank, he's fallen here in the past, but he took it slow and made it through. No issues there aside from that beginning right there, and through the sky pegs. And that is another stage 2 clear. And Evan, for his second time ever, will be taking on stage 3 here indoors. Let's get right to it.
Hello everyone, what is up here? Getting a little warm down here, so I took the sweatshirt off for now. We're going to stage 3. Oh man, stage 2 is pretty draining actually, especially getting onto this cliffhanger ledge. But the pegboard thing was pretty draining too. But I did good on that first obstacle, which I really wanted, and that really saved me a bunch of time. And I finished with like 18 seconds left, so great job there. So just my second time ever going to stage 3 indoors here, so we'll see how this goes. Very happy with this performance so far, but yeah, we're just gonna get stage 3 all set up and we'll see what happens. This should be an interesting stage 3. Let's do this.
And here we go, stage 3, no time limit this time. And starts off with the first obstacle. The crooked cliffhanger has to start on the bar and transition down to those slanted ledges on that board there and make a dismount past that line on the floor. Very tricky obstacle, tough to grab. Those ledges really slanted, but if you can get through that, it's onto the pipe sliders. Those green pipes will be on the bar. He can use his feet on the wall, but he has to slide across the bar to get to that stool to clear obstacle 3, the body prop. Feet on the wall, hands on the bars, and crossing over the carpet there to that weight for the cliffhanger. Doing the slanted ledge, the top ledge, and making a big reach to the small ledge, and then that final slanted ledge to finish. And after that, it's on to the vertical limit. He will start on that ledge at the end there, facing backwards, grab the small ledge and go up to that top ledge, which you can see is smaller, and then make a transition down to that final ledge. And if he can make it through that obstacle, it's the pegboard. He has to go through every set of holes there on the pegboard, and if he can do that, it's onto the bar for a final dismount to clear.
Stage 3 is here. It looks like a tough stage 3, but not impossible. Very tough, but not impossible. First obstacle looks pretty tricky actually. It's going to be tough to get that grab on those slanted ledges and just try and get a solid dismount out of it. Second obstacle, want to get through that quick. Body prop shouldn't be a problem, but still going to try and do that. That's more of an energy waster. Cliffhanger is going to be tough. That's a big reach, but I'm going to try my best. Vertical limit looks scary. That looks insanely hard. Having to do a big drop on the vertical limit like that, that's going to be huge if I even make it that far. So yeah, I'm just going to try my best. If I can make it through that, just a pegboard and then a final dismount to clear. So we're going to see how it goes. No time limit, aside from usual rest times. But that's going to be it, no time limit like in original Shougai Shinro Origin. So we're going to see how this goes. Really not sure what to think. I went out on the only time I've made it to stage 3 indoors here, I went out on the first obstacle. So do not want a repeat of that, but I'm going to try my best here. Let's do this.
And here we are, stage 3. Just the second time we've seen an indoor stage 3 here. Last time was in season 25, and Evan failed on the first obstacle, but it is a different first obstacle this time. The crooked cliffhanger has to start on the bar and then grab those slanted ledges. This should be interesting to see as Evan is off on stage 3, and he one hand down and he makes the grab. Now he just has to dismount past that line on the floor. He reaches out and he swings himself up, and he's through that first obstacle. That might not look like much, but those cliffhanger ledges are slanted at a pretty extreme angle. They're very tough to hang on to and not slip off. But Evan did it pretty easily on his first attempt at it. So definitely wanted to get through that. Did not want to fall the first obstacle again. Last time it was some sort of like pipe cross obstacle, I think. So now he sets up the second obstacle, the pipe sliders. This one's kind of interesting. We did see an obstacle sort of similar to this back in seasons 10 through 14 on stage 3, having to slide the pipes across the bar. But this one, the pipes are the bigger set here, so harder to hang on to, but he can use his feet on the wall. So this should be interesting to see this one. It could be a grip killer. If he's not careful. And he's up on the wall and makes a big move. Now to slide the left hand, and he does. He's about halfway through. Makes the next move, and kind of struggling here. he might be able to reach out and dismount, but he's trying to get his left hand over just a little more, wasting time, but now he eventually just decides to reach out and dismount. So made it through obstacle 2, but shaken out already. As you can see, that obstacle is a grip killer, and that clearly looked like it drained some energy from him already. So kind of a sloppy obstacle there from Evan, but as he gets ready for obstacle 3, the body prop. This is the first time we'll ever see a body prop obstacle in Shougai. Oh, actually, that's not true. Season 6, there was in stage 3, albeit much easier version, but there was a version of the body prop in season 6, stage 3. But it's back here again. Evan will have to put his feet on the wall and his hands out on those bars and walk across to the other side as he gets ready to go here. And he is off, feet up on the wall, crossing over. Has to be careful not to slip, but also don't want to waste too much time draining energy. But he is just about done. Has to start walking back now to dismount. Just drop down onto that little weight plate right there, and he's got it. And slides his hands back, and he is through the third obstacle and onto the cliffhanger. This is where the stage really starts to get tough. Evan will start on the slanted ledge, move up to the top ledge, and then has to reach or jump all the way to that small ledge before grabbing the slanted ledge to finish. So we'll see. Did these obstacles take out Evan's grip strength, or can he get through the cliffhanger? And how's he going to take on this cliffhanger? Is he going to try and reach for that small edge, or is he going to make a jump? We will have to see here. Evan trying to wipe off his hands and take a little bit of a rest here. Clearly, that second obstacle, took some grip strength out of him if he's really trying to shake out his arms here already. But he is reaching out for the ledge. He can start right at the top of it. This cliffhanger, a little more basic than a lot of the ones we've seen, but still difficult. But he's up, and he just reaches over to the small edge, and he makes the transfer. And now he can put his feet on the wall to dismount, and jumps back and does, and he's through the cliffhanger. Evan has completed 4 obstacles now in stage 3, and I believe there is only 4 more to go. So halfway through. But this one, definitely the toughest obstacle of the stage here, the new vertical limit. Evan will have to start on that last ledge and then go up to the small edge and then do the 2 sort of smaller ledges. He'll have to make a transfer up from the small edge and then make a big drop down. All the vertical limit obstacles we've seen have been all pretty straight across. We had never seen any sort of moves up or down, but this time really introducing a little move up and then a big move down here. So one of the tougher, maybe the toughest vertical limit we've seen yet. So we'll see if Evan can do it here. And if he can get back to stage 4. He's put together a good run already, but can he go the distance here and get back to the stage 4? It's going to have to start right here on the new vertical limit. And he's grabbed onto the ledge, and he is off onto the small edge. And now the 2 smaller ledges, and he's reaching up, and he goes right to the end of it, and he's got over. Now the transfer down. This is it, and he's fallen off on the vertical limit. That transfer is just so difficult. Like I said, all the vertical limits in the past have been straight across. Never seen any drops or anything like that before. And this one was just too much for Evan to handle. Even coming off his last total victory, he didn't have it in him to make that move. And that is going to do it for Shougai Shinro Season 31. What a finish that was. Evan out on Stage 3. And what a Stage 3 run Evan put together.
not able to get all the way through, but put together all around a fairly impressive run. Got through over halfway through the stage, but just came up short on the new vertical limit, failing to transfer down. That is a tough transfer, and Evan just not able to make it happen in this tournament, as you can see here, just coming up short. But it was his first attempt, and we know Evan's not going to give up that easily, but that's going to do it here for this season for Shougai Shinro Season 31. Thank you so much for watching.
That was it. That was stage 3. Gave it my best shot, but just came up short on that vertical limit. That is ridiculous. I actually got farther than I thought I would. I actually ended up with a really good strategy, I think. When I got onto that small ledge, I went right up and found the end of that top ledge with my hand right instead of just going up and then short crossing and trying to find that. I just reached up and found the end, so I did go right from that to the transition down, but I just wasn't able to make that transition. That second obstacle, sliding with the pipes, that killed my grip right there. You know, maybe if I had got through that obstacle cleanly, things could have been different, but that was such a grip killer. First obstacle was pretty hard to hang on to, those slanted cliffhangers, but I got the dismount easily enough. Second obstacle killed me. Body prop was fine. Cliffhanger was okay, but man, that vertical limit, that thing killed me. I just had nothing left in the tank at that point, and trying to make such a difficult transition down, it just wasn't going to happen today. So, thank you guys for watching Shougai Shinro Season 31. That's it. We'll see what happens next, I guess. But that's going to do it for today. What a tournament. Got back to stage 3 here indoors for the second time ever. And made it, this is the farthest I've ever made it on an indoor course in here, so that's good news. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this one, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.